Okay, we'll take questions for Gunnar. We'll go with John Kuhn and then Jared Lloyd and then Josh
Yeah,
Newman.
you want me to go up there?
I can check with first down when you're going.
No, you guys are off. Yes, sir.
Gunnar, you have 3 straight games with over 100 yards receiving. What do you feel like has been the key for you to be able to be that consistent and at that high of a level?
Yeah, I think everything's just clicking right now. It's obviously not just me. It's the run game setting up the pass game. It's our O-line giving our quarterback protection. It's all the other receivers, making big plays so they can't key in on one guy. And then our quarterback is just doing an amazing job of getting the ball to us right now. So I think it's all of that combined, and we're just producing big plays.
Gunnar, I wanted to ask you about that, what you were talking about, Zach, putting the ball in spots. I mean, he just seems to be in rhythm and putting it in places where you guys can go get it generally. How nice is that as a receiver to have confidence that no matter what route you run, that's what you're going to be able to expect from your quarterback?
Yeah, it's the most fun thing as a receiver. It's pretty much just backyard football out there because he's just going to put the ball where only you can go get it. And that just comes with practice and communication. Like we talk about that during the week when we're watching film. Zach was telling me, hey, I'm going to throw this ball right here if they play this coverage, and that's exactly what he's been doing. And so it's just that trust that you build between the quarterback and receivers that allows you to do that. So it's really fun playing like that.
Hey, Gunnar, you guys have been pretty dominant in all 3 of these games. Is it difficult right now to not look ahead on the schedule and not imagine where you guys might be, say, in 3-4 weeks if you do keep winning like this?
It's a little bit hard, but at the same time, we always talk about our schedule after these games is 0-0, and we go into the next game with the same energy that we would prepare for the first game. And so you don't get a big head from the other games. You kind of have to just take it week by week and give your all to each opponent.
Okay, we'll take a question from Norma, Jay, and then Brandon.
Gunnar, sorry, I just lost my train of thought there for a second. But can you sort of talk on the offensive line and their performance tonight? There was a change-up at center, and just sort of what you saw from them and if there was anything different from the previous 2 games.
Yeah, our center, James Empey, was out tonight, but Joe Tukuafu stepped up, and he did an unreal job. Playing center on this team is probably one of the hardest positions to play just because Coach Grimes and Coach Mateos, they give so much responsibility and they have so much confidence in the line. They're making calls down there that nobody hears, and they're making checks and stuff that nobody hears and nobody sees on TV. But when you're in the film room with them, you see how much work they put in, you see how much film study they do to be able to go out and perform, and they did an unreal job. We started a little bit slow in the run game, but we were able to pick that right back up, and we were able to pretty much dominate on offense all night, and that's a huge credit to the line.
Let's see. Let's go with Jared Lloyd.
Gunnar, I heard you joking around with it with Kalani, but to have a couple of passes that have been so close and then to end up half a yard short of the end zone, what's that like?
It's frustrating because everybody wants the stats, everybody wants to rack up the touchdowns, but we've scored on every single one of them that I've gotten close to, so it's not that big of a deal just because we're winning. So I'm always a put the team first type of guy. So if we're gonna score on the drive, it doesn't really matter who it is. But I don't want to be known as the guy that gets down to the 1 yard line and then can't put it in.
Do the guys give it to you? I mean, do you hear from the guys when you're that close and don't make it?
Oh yeah, they all come back roasting and you couldn't reach it 6 inches more, but. It's fun out there. We're all joking around and having fun.
Okay, we'll take one last question from Brandon Gurney.
Yeah, last week it was Isaac Rex coming through. This week Carter Wheat making plays at the tight end. How important is it for you on the outside and the offense in general for these young tight ends to step up and make plays in the wake of the loss to Matt Bushman?
Oh, it's huge. They've done such an amazing job of stepping in and playing a bigger role this year with Matt being gone. Because Matt was a huge part of this offense, but it's huge for us as outside receivers because, like I was saying earlier, defenses can't really key on anyone. If they try and bracket some of the receivers, and the tight ends open up just like they did, and they keep making plays, and so they can't really focus on one group or or any of us at all. So it's been good.